Hello and welcome to the UCI e-mountain bike cross-country World Cup for the 2022 season opener. For the fourth time in a row, the third as a World Cup, the World e-bike series gets underway in the Principality of Monaco on the circuit of Pays, becoming popular thanks to the MTB legends Nico Vios and Fabien Borel, both coming from this area. The event this time kicks off at the iconic Racas of Monaco, a legendary turn of the Formula 1 and Formula E track. I started riding e-bike last year right here on the track of Pays. I knew about this discipline thanks to Jérôme Gillot, his good performances, and I decided to try it last year as a wildcard in the first round. Then I really liked it, so I confirmed my participation in the rest of the season. I finished third overall here in the World Cup and fifth in the World Championships. Not bad for being my first season on the e-bike. This year I'll be there again, hopefully, improving and doing my best.
Pour aller le plus haut possible.
The presentation this time introduced a brand new feature, the pole position powered by Raspini, awarded to the athlete setting the fastest time during the qualification race.
I think that the quali race, it's kind of a very vital part of the race because mountain biking is notoriously difficult to actually overtake on track. So it makes for a much more even start. You know, everybody can actually, that has the legs and has the technique, can actually perform on the day. Because if you qualify in the front, you can start in the front. It's so vital, I think, for the sport. And it's what keeps a lot of other mountain bike events. Like if you don't have ranking points, you can never really do a result. So I think it's a great thing, and it's really what's going to bring like equal performance for people. You always have to kind of perform at your best, and it's a really good step, I think, with the quali race.
Gustav Larsson, the former pro road rider, and Wes Ambassador will ride in the Monaco races again this year. Let's take a look at race number 1. Well, not great weather conditions for race 1 of the series. The team's getting their bikes setting up and shooting photographs and video as always and chatting amongst themselves. Joris Reef ready, world champion Jérôme Gillot, and of course Nicole Goldie. Nico Vios will be coaching Team Lapierre over Vault this time. Always a great atmosphere despite the weather conditions. Let's take a look at the course, the same as 2021. Lap length is 2.15 kilometers. Total ascent 1,263 meters. Another stern test for these riders. There's our starting grid with the top qualifiers. Raspini pole position will be Jérôme Gillot with Team Lapierre, the new squad. Women's winner, teammate Justine Tonso, debuting in the series. And the riders off, and a furious start as always. The spray coming up. Fastest at the start, Hugo Pajon of Scott, who raced here last year. And in the women's, Justine Tonso. They took the whole shot in their respective categories. Well, Swiss rider Joris Reef of Bergstrom broke his chain in the first corner and was forced to stop. Jérôme Gillot managed to overtake Hugo Pajon, and Dutchman Kjell van den Boogaard took the lead in the start loop, confident on his home track. In the women's field, Justine Tonso maintained her lead. German Sophia Wiedenroth, who took double here last year, second despite not being 100%. A hard battle behind the world champion Gillot between Emmerich Lenzer and Kjell van den Boogaard of American Eagle, back to racing at Wes after a one-year stop. Gillot kept an incredible pace, and Pajon pushes hard to stay just behind. Number 4, Van Eck, 4th overall last season, now with the Ghost Factory team, had a good start but struggled. Swiss Natalie Schneider overtaking Sophia Wiedenroth, and the reigning E mountain bike world champion Nicole Goldie of Trek had her debut in the series. Jérôme Gillot takes the race with confidence. Ahead of Hugo Pajon and his teammate Emmerich Lenzer. An impressive Justine Ponceau takes her first win. Sophia Wiedenroth eventually finished second. And Natalie Schneider satisfied and happy with her third place. Let's take a look then at the results. Jérôme Gillot wins the men's race number 1 ahead of Hugo Pajon of the Scott SR Suntour Enduro team. Emmerich Valenza in third place. And here's the women's results. Justine Tonceau of La Pierre in just over an hour of racing. Sophia Wiedenroth in second, Natalie Schneider in third. There's our first podium of the season with Justine Tonceau on the top step. And of course, the bubbles as always. Here's our men's podium. The world champion, Jérôme Gillot, up there on the top step. And a great start to the new season. Celebrations. Let's hope the weather's better for race number 2. Stormy and rain all night, but far better weather conditions for the start of day 2. And the sunshine starting to bring the heat to this event. Riders charging their batteries. Let's take a look then at race number 2. The track layout slightly different. Lap length will be 2.34 kilometers this time and 6 laps of racing. The pole position, powered by Raspini, determined in the morning's quali race, goes again to Gillot and Tonceau. The world champion on flying form so early in the season. Justine Tonceau having a great debut in this year's series. Estelle Charles, new teammate of Sophia Wiedenroth, Nicole Goldie in her rainbow jersey. Loic Noel in the first row. Little bit of surface water standing around the track and the race underway. Fast and furious off the start line as always. Let's take a look at who took the whole shot. Hugo Pajon this time, and Justine Tonceau takes it for La Pierre. Gillot entering again the first corner in the start loop in third and pushing hard on the steep climb. Goes ahead to take the lead. Behind the leading group, Van den Burgert in 5th, Fabio Spegna of Specialized, and Renk Luthi, new teammate of Joris Rief at Bergstrom. In the women's field, Justine Tonceau in a solid first place, followed by Goldie and then Sophia Wiedenroth. Gillot maintains the lead in style, and Pajon is the only one who manages to keep the pace. Joris Rief finally able to fight for a podium on day number 2. Here's the world champion Nicole Goldie second in the women's race, while Natalie Schneider getting closer. Van Eck, 9th on day 1, trying hard to improve in race 2, but facing an incredibly fast and strong lead group. But Gillot takes the victory again, pulling a wheelie. Justine Tonceau again taking the win. An unbelievable weekend for her. Natalie Schneider in second ahead of her friend Nicole Goldie, happy to complete the top 3. It really was a great festival of racing this weekend. Let's take a look at the results. Jérôme Gillot wins the men's race number 2 ahead of Hugo Pajon and Joris Rief in third place.
Ouais, hier on avait la pluie, vraiment pour la qualité.
Well, yesterday it was raining during the qualification and race one and all night long, so even if today it was not, the terrain conditions were actually pretty similar. Also, the start of the race was pretty much similar. I started with Hugo Pajon in front of me. We battled all over the first climb. I'm happy to start the season with a double win here at Pays, and I'll keep training for the next races coming up.
Et voilà, l'écart s'est creusé petit à petit entre Hugo et moi. Donc je suis content de commencer la saison par une double victoire ici à Pays. Et voilà, on va continuer de s'entraîner pour la suite de la saison.
Confirmation of the women's results of race number 2. Justine Tonso wins ahead of Natalie Schneider and the world champion Nicole Goldie in third place.
Oh, it's really unbelievable. So today was a very tough race because yesterday was much more worse. So I was mentally a little bit tired, and today I have to go to never lose the other girls because they were also very strong. So tough race, tough condition, especially. Mud everywhere, very slippery, but I try to stay focused all along the race and push as much as I can. And I win again today, so it's very cool with a team, an unbelievable team, and they are my family today because we are near my home. So it's a great weekend.
Justine Tonso near home and a spectacular performance this weekend. There's our podium in the women's race number 2. As always, the bubbles sprayed and celebrations continue. There's our men's podium, Jerome Gillot taking the victory, swapping the World Championship jersey for the series lead jersey. And a big celebration. And of course, our Magneti Morelli Czech Star Power Lap awarded to the riders setting the fastest lap time in race 2. Jerome Gillot taking that for the men and Justine Tonso for the women. Next stop for the UCI e-mountain bike cross-country World Cup will be Bologna Montagna Round in the Apennines in Italy with a brand new venue and new tracks. That will be on the 28th and 29th of May. Bye for now.